At South High School, where tonight the Red Wings host Green Bay East in a Fox River Classic Conference football game. Hello, everybody. Alongside the coach, Chris Wright, I'm Mike Martin. Chris, East comes in 0-3. North is 1-2, but they both are 0-2 in conference. How's South going to do tonight?
Well, I think one of the keys today is obviously, besides just along with the coaches, along with a lot of rain, is probably taking care of the football. I think it's going to be a very explosive, high-scoring game tonight. Both teams seem to be scoring points. Even when East is losing, they're 0-3, they seem to be putting up some points, and they seem to be in games, which kind of for South kind of scares me a little bit because, over the years, South has been always susceptible kind of to the big play. So if you stop the big play, and obviously whichever team probably takes care of the football tonight should come out victorious.
I would think a team that can run the ball more effectively might have an advantage over a team that has to pass the ball, and South has Boris Ristovojevic, and he's a good one.
Well, you've always liked saying that guy's name. You've been saying that kid's name for how many years? You always like saying his name, and he's having a great year. He's an Elroy Hirsch running back candidate for the state, which means one of the top backs in the state, and he's not letting his team down this year. He's got 6 touchdowns, run for, I believe, 540 yards or something like that, so he's off to a great start, and the way he goes is the way the offense is going to go.
I think you nailed it at the beginning, Chris, when you said turnovers are going to be a key, because I don't think either team has a very good defense, and it's a team that can take care of the ball and finish their drives that's going to win the game.
Yeah, and like I said before, just big plays. Watch for big plays tonight on both sides, and whoever has probably more is going to be victorious. We haven't even mentioned the fact that Sheboygan South has a brand new coach, and so it's a new scheme and things to see. One of the keys that I was looking at is who are the assistant coaches? Well, it's basically the same band. You still got Chris Korf is still there, and Jamie Berlin is still there, and Todd Tudis is still there. So the band is still there. You just have a new director.
You got 11 coaches, Chris. I think they got more than enough to cover all the positions, and then have backup coaches at some of the positions. East, like I said, doesn't have a very good defense, but I heard their quarterback is a dandy, and you know a little bit about the family having coached baseball at North, and some of those East kids have played against your teams.
Yeah, Chris Freilich, he's a run-pass option guy, and he likes to run it just as much as he likes to pass it. And like I said, they've had some brothers through the years that have all gone through the program and all have played very skilled positions for East. And we're talking on the basketball court, and baseball field, and on the football field. And this is just another one, and very dangerous. And I understand he's left-handed, which I know Marty always likes that too.
Gotta love it.
Something that probably helps at least Marty and all the left-handers in the world.
Well, we're going to step out, but I do want to make you aware that at halftime we have an interview with Scott Rice, the new head football coach, so you're going to want to stick around and watch that. It's a good one. He gave a nice interview, by the way, Chris. Chris was whispering in my ear before, let's get out of the rain. So we're going to step out. When we come back, we'll have the kickoff for tonight's ball game.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Nicole Malachowski, a U.S. Air Force Fighter Squadron Commander and the first woman pilot with the United States Air Force Aerial Demonstration Team. My fellow airmen and I know that each of us plays a huge part in our victories, whether in the air or on the ground. We couldn't accomplish our mission without using everyone's skills to reach our goals. Embracing our differences and working together is also what has made America strong. Thank you for your support, and remember, our strength lies in our diversity. This message brought to you by the United States Air Force.
Okay, Josh, do your stuff.
Okay, people, you know the drill. Canned foods only, guys.
Sometimes you gotta live what you believe, open your arms, 'cause that's where it starts. Right here with you and with me. I know well, this love is love.
Generosity, pass it on.
A little help from up above.
A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Take 10 seconds to imagine the face of your best friend, your coworker, your classmate, your hero, the face of a veteran, a senior on a fixed income. Now, I want you to imagine them without a home. More than 2 million people in America rely on public housing to provide a home for their families, and there are at least 500,000 waiting for a safe place to live. I'm Jewel, and I'd like you to join me and rethink how public housing is supporting your community.
The environment is my passion. Every day, I live for the outdoors and all of its challenges. That's why I enlisted in the Coast Guard. Now, I serve to protect the environment and defend my country. It's like I was born for this.
Were you born ready for a greater challenge? Find out at gocoastguard.com.
We have a job to do out here today.
To be a winning team, you have to work like a winning team.
My team depends on me.
And my team is 50,000 strong. Looks like a lot of work's going into this.
This is what it feels like to be part of a team.
A winning team.
The action team.
Get in on the action at actionteam.org. Are you in?
All right, we're getting ready for the kickoff. The crew tonight, we've got an extended crew. Carrie Kautzer is our director. Richard Bartson and Brandy Von Pongya are up on top, running the top camera. Eric Wiesman and Evan Opgenorth are down taking care of the field camera. Evan and Brandy are students at South High, and they're in the broadcasting class, and they're out here helping WSCS, so we want to thank them for their good work, and stay dry, kids.
Yeah, what a nice experience, and nice chance. You know, a lot of things we don't talk about. I always say it's not always some.
By the way, their teacher is Scott Maloff, one of the employees down at the city station.
And the city, you know, we've really improved our, you know, the truck's brand new, basically, what we've had, and our technology's gotten better, our microphones are better, and
yeah, when they work.
Well, and when, you know, all the things we can do to stuff, it's nice that young people want to get into this field.
Connor Harrison doing the kickoff chores. Line drive kick is picked up at the 14-yard line. Trying to change directions was that return man. And up over the 30-yard line is Austin Short.
This kind of reminds me of a few years back when we were at Lakeland College, when that day it poured, and just by chance, it was the one day we didn't get to be in the booth. We had to be outside.
I remember. No stats that day.
The only day we went out to Lakeland College through all those years, we had to sit outside.
They actually couldn't drive the truck over to the other side because the ground was so wet. We left big tire marks.
Yeah.
All right, Short is the deep back. Fralick is the quarterback. Fake. Oh, they do give it off to the up back. That's Noah Delzer on the carry.
Well, as we mentioned in the opening, East is 0-3, but they've scored 29 points against West, 15 against Bayport, and 47 against De Pere in a 52-47 loss last year. That's a lot of points.
That is a lot of points, and South gave up 50 last week, really. You know, even though you scored 30, you got to tighten up on the D. Fake handoff, Short fumbles it, ball's on the ground. Who's got it? Looks like South has it. South does have it. I think picking it up for the Red Wings was C.J. Dimoff. Well, you called it right away, Chris. Okay, 1st and 10 for the Red Wings. Hang on to the ball, boys. Ball is spotted in East Territory at the 42. Stavojevic is the lone setback. You can give it off to him up the middle. He barrels forward to about the 35-yard line. Six-yard pickup for Boris.
And they're in a hurry-up situation. Gunther, the quarterback, he's just a junior. And something was not right.
Legal procedure on South.
I will say this. Just a junior quarterback last year. Robert Huffman was the quarterback. Huffy is down in Whitewater.
Second down and 9 for the Red Wings. Pushed it back to the 41. Gunther a quick out, and the pass is incomplete. The intended receiver was Connor Harrison, but the throw is way off the mark.
Tyler comes in 50 for 96, 521, or 52%, 727 yards so far this year. It's just a junior.
Big third down play. We've got 2 wide receivers off to the right, 1 to the left. Gunther handoff to Ristovojevic. He cuts it up. He's got an opening. He's got the first down, and he's down to the 25-yard line. Huge opening. Yeah, they're going to spot it at the 25. That makes it a 16-yard pickup, Chris. Boris on the loose. Another handoff. He's looked like a holdout on the edge, no flag. Ristovojevic picks up 2 or 3 yards on the play. Give him a pickup of 2. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Hurry up offense. Not allowing East to make any defensive changes, Chris, when they do this. Handoff, Ristovojevic up the middle. Goes inside the 20 to about the 17. It's going to be 3rd down. 3rd down and about 3. A pickup of 5.
Well, when they're playing this spread like this, Marty, what it does is creates more openings for Boris. You got basically 3 receivers out there, sometimes 4 with the wingback out there.
Another handoff, looking in the backfield for an opening. He's got it to the outside if he can slip a tackler. And pretty good job of defense that time by East. Coming over, making the initial hit was Deontay Carlton.
Yeah, Carlton also a basketball player at East. You know, another thing we mentioned, turnovers. The other thing will be your footing, Marty.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's going to be a difficult thing to...
Okay, 4th down and about a long one. Whoa, right through Gunther's hands. He picks it up.
Punt it.
Throws a pass. He's got a receiver wide open. Harrison. He's got it for a score. A busted play. No flags on the field. I was worried about a lineman downfield.
I was too.
Oh, they lucked out there, Chris.
I thought he should punt it or something instead. You know, just get rid of it. But it was a wide open.
Well, punting would have been actually a bad option because if you kick it in the end zone, then they get it on the 20.
Yeah, that's true.
But everything worked out. Harrison is going to attempt the extra point. Gunther is doing the holding. And
delay.
a flag, and the kick goes underneath the crossbar, so it'd be better to have another chance at it.
Motion. That was Harrison's 2nd touchdown on the year and his 7th catch.
Okay, the same cast of characters for this, what amounts to is a field goal attempt.
Yep.
Even though it's an extra point. Well, they got in a little bit of trouble with that first penalty, Chris, but Ristovojevic found that huge hole off tackle to the right. Kick is no good. South leads it 6-0 with 9:10 left in the first quarter. Now, we like the score, but we didn't like the missed extra point.
Always made sure I brushed my teeth.
You told me that smart was cool.
You always told me to dream big.
To all of those parents who took the time to make raising their children their most important job, we'd like to say,
thank you.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
All right, back at South High School, where the Red Wings had a bit of a fire drill on a missed snap by Gunther. He was able to scramble out of the pocket and throw a 17-yard touchdown pass. Harrison is going to do the kickoff chores. A different kid back in the middle this time, Chris, for East. I think that's Jeremy Sullivan, number 8.
Yeah, he's a wide receiver too, and another the Sullivan family that's gone through there as well.
Not a very good kick. Dropped by an East player, and then it's fallen on at the 22. South is going to kind of luck out. East isn't going to get very good position considering the position of the kick.
Well, I will say this, the kick wasn't good, but it went through 3 receivers.
Not very good catchers, are they? Put them at defensive back.
Well, in the wet, anything can happen.
Hey, we ain't cutting them any slack. Catch the ball. All righty, Freilich is at quarterback. I think they got Delzer as a lone setback. Hand off to Delzer. He barrels over the 25-yard line, picks up about 5. Delzer's been a load. Feudner, one of the backs, making the play there, Chris.
Futzy.
Yeah, Futzy is right. Let's find out what Alex's number is. Man in motion, and whistle stops action. I think this one's going to be on East. Alex is number 48.
Yep, he had a nice baseball
offside
season.
on South, Chris.
Oh, yeah, a nice baseball season Alex did. Be a catcher for South again in the spring for Coach Clace, Coach Will Madsen.
It's going to be second down and less than a yard, actually. Back in the backfield after his fumble is Austin Short, along with Delzer. Give it to Delzer. No, they pull it out. Freilich still has it. He's trying to cut it back, and he does, and he gets the first down.
Well, despite the fact he got the first down, Marty, I thought they did a very nice job, South that is, to pursue and contain. And there was not a lot of outside area there, not a lot of room for a pitch, and they contained the quarterback.
Ball's at the 38.
I will say this, South, like North, doesn't appear to be very big.
No, not particularly. I do think they have some pretty good hitters out there, however. Freilich pulls it out. He's got it. He's got the edge. He's got pretty good speed. He gets down at about the 45 or 46 yard line, but a nice gain. It's going to be second down.
And Freilich just used his speed there.
It's going to be second down and about 2. Got to hold that edge, Chris. Can't let him get wide.
Well, they did well going to the left on the contain, but that time on the right, not as good.
Freilich, a left-hander, ducks under center. Keeps it again. He gets hit right at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. Nice play in there by Doug Williams, number 33. David Yang also in on the stop. Third down and 1. Oh, they get the first down. I think it was Freilich on the keeper again.
Well, I'll tell you, he was real calm and cool back there, Marty. He was in charge. He waited for his offensive line to set. He looked at the defense, knew which way to go, right or left. Being a senior.
That helps.
Yep. Kind of real. I liked his demeanor there.
Wide receivers off to the left and right. Sullivan is off to the right.
Here again, nice and calm.
Finally, Freilich ducks under center, barks the signal. He keeps it again. He was hitting the backfield, but was able to slip that first south defender and pick up good yardage. Missing the tackle was David Yang.
But Cody Zimmerman, number 52, he's been a veteran the last few years. Big number 52, the senior, 245-pounder.
Ball spotted right on the 45. There's 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter.
I was going to say, maybe Freilich, you know why he keeps his demeanor so well? Because maybe he just catches his breath because he seems to be the only guy that carry the ball.
Yeah, really. He's got a bunch of carries.
Uh-oh.
He's a right-hander. Wide open, was short. He runs through one. No, he does not run through the tackler. He gets dragged down. Making the good stop that time was Zamal Bowman. Thought you said he was a left-hander, Chris.
I'll tell you, short may be short, but he's stocky.
Very.
250-some pounds, and all they ran there was a wheel route. They dragged the receiver over the middle, which created a wide-open gap over on this side and on this side of this third of the field. That was nice and simple.
And that also goes to your point before the game about big plays. Got to limit those, and right there was a huge one. That was 30 yards. Inside handoff. Delzer is pushed back. He might give him some forward progress. It doesn't look like it. He's going to pick up 0 yards on that carry.
That's why Freilich doesn't hand it off.
Hey, Bowman's had 11 and 4 yards before he was stacked on that play, but
down to under 4 minutes and a over 5 minute drive here by East.
Yeah, they've controlled the ball most of the quarter with this drive. They gave South a short field on the turnover. 4 wide receivers, fumble again, and I think South has it again. Zimmerman on the recovery. Second turnover of the quarter for East.
I think that was Delzer on the fumble. Did he have the last one too?
Yep, No, Short had the other fumble. Delzer had this one, you're right. And ball is on the 16-yard line. Loss of 1 on the play.
Well, I will say this, Marty, you know, it was a long drive, and as Coach Tom Fritz used to say, the longer the drive, more mistakes happen, and that time East just had too many.
Not a good handoff there. Ristovojevic able to hang on to it and get stopped for no gain.
Got to slow down a little bit. Assure that you have the football today.
Yeah, you got to trust your quarterback, that's for sure.
And it's slippery out there. Everybody's got to be a little bit more concerned about a sure handoff. And a
Fake handoff, Gunther rolling. Toss out here to his tight end. And making the catch and doing the running was Mason Prunick.
Prunick with his 6th catch. Came in with 5 catches, 61. That was a nice play again.
1st and 10 Red Wings. Ball is going to be spotted on the 32-yard line. Now is a 15-yard pickup. Inside handoff, Ristovojevic with a big hole. Gets it up to about the 43. He's going to be very close to a first down. It's going to be a first down. Ball spotted on the 42. 10-yard pickup. Another handoff to Ristovojevic. He's going to try and bounce it to the outside, but good defense played by East that time. He gets it up to about the 46-yard line. .227 left. Second down and 6. Quick pass out to Harrison, and he gets nailed right at the 45. It's going to be a loss of a yard.
Seemed like East knew exactly what was happening on that.
Third down and 8. Good blocking up front. Ristovojevic trying to bounce off tacklers, but East does a nice job. They stop him at about the 49-yard line.
He got a nice spot, too.
Yeah, really.
Kind of dragged along the ground there. 4th and 1 here. And South's lined up to, they don't have enough guys, though. 2, 4, 6, 10. South only has 10 guys. There's the 11th.
Let me in, Coach. Well, they got a lot of guys in the backfield, Chris. Low spiral kick, but he gets a great roll. It's going to be downed inside the 15-yard line. Doing the kicking that time was Tanner Schmitz. First and 10 East. Spotting it on the 13-yard line, is that right?
17. No, 13, really.
I thought
it was on the
7.
7.
So did I.
No, let me see here. 39, 2.
Yeah, I could have swore it was between the 20 and the 15.
That's right. That's right. That's what I had. I had a 39-yard punt. That makes sense.
All right, Delzer is in the backfield. Austin Short is a wing back, actually, on the left side. Got a man in motion, pitch out, and we got a hold. Getting knocked out of bounds was the ball carrier, Carol Wardlaw. But we got a penalty.
Well, 3rd time East had the ball. 2 fumbles before.
Holding on East, that'll push them back a little bit.
Yep,
half the distance.
Yep.
on the 5-yard line. Ball is placed at the 5-yard line. That's going to bring up first and 20.
All right. First down and 18. Freilich ducks under center. Only one wide receiver is in this set. Delzer slips a tackle and gets a pretty good yardage.
48 seconds, Marty. This has been a fast quarter.
Yeah, it makes a difference when you're running the ball. That's for sure. They pick up a 5 on that run by Delzer. Freilich takes a snap. He's dropping back, looking to pass. Oh, that was a duck, Chris. Two defenders out there ready to pick it off, but neither one could come up with it. Bowman probably had the best shot at it.
It looks like they just slipped a little bit, but I thought they were both going to run up and pick that one off. And then next thing you know, I thought it was going to be caught.
You know what was really bad? If number 44 would have caught it for South, we don't have his name on the program. All right, 3rd down and 13. Let's see what East comes up with here. Freilich in the shotgun this time. Takes it right up the middle. He's got some running room. He's going to have the first down. All the way up to the 24-yard line.
That'd be the quarter, Marty.
Yeah. All righty. That's the end of the first quarter. South on top, 6-0, but East is on the move.
You always made sure I brushed my teeth.
You told me that smart was cool.
You always told me to dream big.
To all of those parents who took the time to make raising their children their most important job, we'd like to say,
thank you.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thanks, Mom and Dad.
This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Your time is gonna come. Your time is gonna come. It's up to you to reach out to be that friend who comes along. Your day is gonna come.
When you make a friend, you make a difference.
Your day is gonna come.
Friendship, pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
All right, getting ready to start second quarter action. East has it on the 24-yard line. Actually, they call it 25. Delzer has it. He's got pretty good yardage there. Gets it up to the 30.
Well, once again, East seems to be going through the South defense. But
the key play was that long 3rd down when Freilich got the first down. Some first quarter totals. Ristovojevic had 9 carries for 51 yards. Delzer had 5 for 19. And Freilich had 6 for 38 yards.
East had the ball 7 minutes and 14 seconds in that first quarter.
Gunther was 2 for 3 for South for 32 yards. Freilich running hard. He runs more like a fullback or a scat back than he does a quarterback.
Futzy there on the stop. But again, watch Freilich high stepping here.
Yeah, good call on that one, Chris. He was high stepping.
Yeah, I'm going to say 44. Nate Billman on the stop. It's not Nate Billman anymore. Was it Billman?
What's that?
44?
You know, I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was. He could play.
Yeah, for sure. All right, 17-yard pickup on that last carry. Ball is on the 42-yard line. First down East. They're on the move. We're in second quarter action. Delzer gets knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. What a hit. Making the stop that time was Doug Williams.
Watch this, boys and girls. Boom. That's what we need more of from the whole Red Wing group there.
All the way back to the 44-yard line. Loss of 3. It's going to be second down and 13. Now here you got another situation, Chris, where you got them second and long. You got to stop them.
Easton taking a long time.
Yeah. 3 wide receivers off to the right, and then we get a timeout by Green Bay East. Probably a good choice there. They were going to run out of time.
Ever.
Yeah. Tonight's game will be broadcast on Charter Channels 990 and 95 and on AT&T Channel 99 here in Sheboygan on Saturday, tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And then you can watch this game again on Tuesday at 7 p.m. And then the third broadcast will be on Wednesday afternoon at 2 p.m. Wanted to get that out. Also, next week, Chris, we're going to be out in Kohler covering a couple of local teams. Howards Grove making the 10-mile trip or so over to Kohler to play Sheboygan Lutheran Kohler Christian.
That'll complete the hat trick, all 3 teams in the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, by the way, we'd like to get some wins so you can get down there and do some interviews. By the way, it stopped raining. You can go out of the press box now after the game.
Hopefully it'll stay that way.
Really.
Hopefully it'll stay that way.
The phone rang about 15 minutes before I left the house, and I thought, don't let it be Kautzer canceling our broadcast.
I was thinking about dialing you, but I said, nope. I'm just showing up.
Another keeper by Freilich, but this time he only picks up maybe 2. Good defensive play that time by the Red Wings. It's going to be third down and 11.
Well, East had 2 receivers far over here on the right side, trying to draw some of the Red Wings this direction, but they did not. They stayed home, and good stop.
Yeah, now they had a chance earlier in the drive. They didn't stop them. Freilich got loose for a 17-yarder. They need to do the job this time, the South defense. You got 4 men up front, 3 linebackers. Creeping up towards the line of scrimmage is Kittleson. There's a pass, an out pattern. It goes right through the wide receiver's hands, Wardlow. That ball should have been caught. It's going to be 4th down, so South holds.
It was right there and right through. Could have been a little short of the first down, though, however.
Yeah, you're right.
But nonetheless, East's going to have their first punt tonight. A little bit of a wind, kind of a crosswind out of the northwest.
Left-footed kicker gets it away. All right, doing the kicking was Alex Palmer, and the lefty kicker got it down to the south 25-yard line, I think. That we're going to mark it. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Red Wings. You're going to spot it actually at the 24, Chris. Gunther, and joining the party out there is Mason Prunek. Looks like Mason is, or is that Ristovojevic in the backfield? I think that is Boris. Boris right up the middle, pounding. Gets it up to about the 27 or 28-yard line. Get a good look at it, ground level.
Boom.
Gunther looking. Now he pulls it in and heads up the field. He's not going to be short of the first down, but he is going to gain positive yardage. Tyler Gunther on the carry. He picks up 4. Third down and 1.
Give it to your man.
Savoyevich heads it back, does a little cutback. He's got some room to go. He's at the 50, down to the 40, the 30, the 20, slips a tackler. He's going to go all the way for a touchdown. 67 yards. Boris Ristovoyevich. Ooh, you got to like that little cutback at the end, Chris. That's what made it go.
Yeah, and he just showed speed that East did not have.
Here you're going to see there's the cutback right there. And then he got to the outside. One kid had a shot at him, but couldn't catch him. Nice replay there, guys. Good job, Kerry. They're going to go for 2 with a 12-0 lead. Fake handoff. Gunther trying to get to the corner of the end zone. Does he? Yes, he did. Extra point is good by Gunther. They faked a sweep to the left, and then he took off and got the 2-pointer. With 7:54 left until halftime. South 14, East nothing.
Hi everyone, I'm Emily. I'm super excited to introduce my dad because he's my hero. When I was little, he was doing this really important work, driving ambulances in Iraq. Now he's home, and he's still a hero because he tells the ambulances where to go when there's an emergency. I'm so proud of him. He's awesome. He's my dad.
If a service-connected disability hinders your civilian career, Volk Rehab offers a variety of services to help prepare you for your next mission.
Back at South High, where Boris Ristovoyevich just ripped off a 67-yard touchdown run. Boris has 72 this quarter to go along with his 51, would give him 123. 123 yards so far.
And averaging, what, 155, I believe?
A game?
Yep.
All right, let's get this kick down there again. Harrison, kind of a squibber. It's picked up at the 26-yard line, and then the return man gets it up over the 30. Ryan Stock on the return.
Plymouth 24, Falls 0. Falls hasn't won a football game. I think a coach changed about 8-10 years ago.
Might have had something to do with it.
Changed. That used to be the game of the county. Bigger probably than North and South. I don't mean to say that bad for Sheboygan.
Well, hey, those two communities supported their programs, and those people got out and went to the games. You're right.
Yep.
I wouldn't doubt it if they drew bigger crowds.
Big winners.
Yep. Yeah, they had tradition. That was the other thing.
Yep.
Pitch out to the wingman, and he's got the corner and gains good yardage. On the run that time was Carl Wardlaw. Does better catching the pitch, Chris, than he does catching the passes.
Yeah.
Ball is going to be spotted at the 48-yard line.
A.J. Gutierrez on the stop. There's a three-sport athlete, basketball, baseball, and football.
Yeah. A.J. was a good hitter.
And he really grew. I remember when he was a freshman, sophomore, not very big and strong, and now he's a big kid.
Fake the inside handoff, and good defense played that time. Making the stop for South was Alex Feudner.
Yeah,
Freilich with a short gain. Give him a gain of 1.
Second half of last year, A.J. got bigger and as a sophomore, now as a junior. By the time he's a senior, he's even bigger and better.
Wide receivers left and right. A couple of wing backs. Austin Short, the wing back on the left side. Fralick back under pressure, throws it up in the air and almost picked off, but not able to make the catch was AJ Gutierrez. Probably would have been better to just knock it down.
He just threw it up. It kind of looked like a playground football game with the quarterback. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 1 apple, 2 apple, 3 apple, 4. Up, I'm just better throw it.
And that's what he did. 3rd down and 9. South on top, 14-0. Fralick in the shotgun. Goes straight back, looking, hit under pressure. Passes incomplete. Again, the wide receiver, Jeremy Sullivan should have had that ball, Chris. Instead, he missed it, and then on the rebound, he couldn't make the play then either.
Yeah, well, you said incomplete. Which time?
Yeah, exactly. Which
that's
time?
The #1 receiver, and pretty much a money guy there in Sullivan. And with 6:43 left, South's going to get the ball back. If they could put another touchdown on the board before halftime.
Be looking good then. Gutierrez, the lone return man. And a bad punt. Wow. South is going to get it, I believe, on the 39-yard line, Chris. That's not even a 15-yard punt.
They're going to give it. Wow. 14 yards.
Yeah.
Announce pretty soon, like right at the end of beginning of halftime, 3rd and 4th quarters complete immediately at the start of half.
Harrison and Gutierrez are split off to the right-hand side, along with, well, here we go. Gunther's pass right over the middle is right through the hands of Mason Prunick. Prunick was wide open.
He was. And you can see.
I'll tell you, Chris, you know, you can talk about the bad weather and all that, but some of these balls should be caught. I mean, there's just no excuse.
I think it's raining again, Marty.
Sam Selk is the wide receiver off to the right, and we've got Trips to the other side. Boris stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
He might be getting a little slippery again for the boys, but you're right, that one was nice and clear. You can kind of see the rain in the background on your TV screens, but I agree with you, that should have been caught.
All right, now we got the Trips off to the left. Selk, the lone receiver, off to the other side. Gunther over the middle. This time Prunick makes the catch. Avoids one tackler. He's down to the 20. Inside the 10 and is knocked down inside the 10-yard line. Let me try it again, Coach. Good pass by Gunther, too.
Quite a gap in that behind those linebackers in front of those safety and D-backs was humongous.
Ball is spotted on the, well, they don't have it on the board. 9-yard line. That's a 41-yard play. Hand off to Ristovojevic. Probing. Bounces off of one tackler, but he's stopped at the line of scrimmage.
I think they're selling it for the outside pitch or something, or run. Get the East guys all a little tighter, and then Boris can run to that end zone to the right or left.
Yeah, or fake the sweep to one side and hand it off going back the other way. Prunick is the up back right behind the line of scrimmage. They hand it off to Ristovojevic again.
Now
he's looking for the outside, avoids one tackler, and gets it inside the 5-yard line before he's finally knocked down. Give him a gain of 7. They're saying it's going to be spotted at the 2. There you see him. He used a little bit of a stiff arm there, Chris.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get there too.
The nice thing about getting it this deep is you can go for it on 4th down, too.
3rd down.
All right, Gunther in the shotgun again. Prunik, the slot back on the left. Ristovojevic going off to the right and in motion. Oh, coming right through and making the stop for the loss was number 16 for East, Quandre Davis, on a nice play.
Didn't fool East on that.
No, sir.
They even had Ristovojevic on that situation. They knew he was going to be there.
Yeah. Ball spotted right on the 5. That was a loss of 3 for Gunther.
Watch for a throw right over the middle, Marty.
I was going to say, based on the extra points, they're not going to attempt a field goal. And they get it out to Harrison.
Oh, there's a hold.
Slides one tackler, and then we get a hold. Looks like they're going to get Mike Miller for holding on the edge. But in either case, Harrison should have kept going to the outside instead of cutting it back.
Everybody saw that hold, Marty. If the officials wouldn't have called that, that would not have been correct.
Hold is
Really?
yeah. Well, you want to decline it because then they get the ball back. Otherwise, South gets another opportunity.
True. But
so they're gonna. We got 3 minutes and 53 seconds left until halftime. This has been a pretty quick quarter. The pass play did go for a yard, for whatever that's worth. But it is going to be 1st and 10 East from the 4. Freilich, and you're going to get offside on South again.
No.
Illegal procedure. It's going to be 1st down and about 12. They'll move the ball back to the 2-yard line. I think Futzy might have spooked them a little bit because they could tell he started sliding up to the line of scrimmage to blitz, and the lineman moved at that point.
if I'm East here, I get up to the line, have a quick snap, and let Freilich just try to get forward. Because can't be messing around back there, or bad things are going to happen in the wet.
Christopher Freilich has been at quarterback all night. Want to give it to Delzer up the middle. See what he breaks loose for a big gainer. He gets it all the way up to the 17-yard line and a 1st down.
Tell you what, you take the 2 big plays away from South, the pass and Ristovojevich's run, and I bet you East got more yards than South.
It's a 15-yard pickup by Delzer, Chris. Jeez. 3:35 left until halftime. Fake the handoff, fumble, ball laid on the field. South has it. It looks like they're going to have their 3rd fumble of the half. I think Feudner got the recovery. Well, each guy in the backfield, Chris, has a fumble now.
Is that Freilich?
Yep, Freilich had that one. It's going to be 1st and 10 South. Ball is spotted on the 17-yard line. And we still have 3:27 left. I got to get this in quick. In the line for South, we got Dylan Callahan, 50, Josh Becker, 51, Cody Zimmerman, 52, Evan Horan, 71, and Silas Brunn, 76. Want to get those guys mentioned. Ristovojevic, they fake it. Selk looking for the pass. He's going to run with it. He's got room to go. He's down to the 10, the 5, and inside the 5, and he's knocked out of bounds at about the 1-yard line.
Oh, they gave him a touchdown.
They did. Selk squeaked it in. Let's see that again. Here you go. Look at it. He's got a blocker out in front of him. Good hit there by... Oh, it looked like he might have fell right over the pylon. They gave it to him. Well, jailbreak, Chris, and it turned out again.
Yeah, well, you know, Connor Harrison pitched a little bit this spring and summer and got a good arm. So they tried to do some razzle-dazzle, and Selk did the right thing moving in the end zone. The ball could have been thrown to him, but a much smarter decision by Harrison there.
Okay, Harrison on that. Did I call Selk's name? Harrison's extra point is up and good, the traditional way. And with 3:14 left in the second quarter, it's 21-0 South.
Best compliment I ever get is when someone says to me, "You had breast cancer?" They look at your chest, "Did you have operations?" I said, "Yeah, I had bilateral mastectomy and reconstruction." That's the best compliment.
Women who are told about their breast reconstruction options report feeling in control and experiencing a higher quality of life after cancer. Before you undergo surgery for breast cancer, get the facts. Make sure you know your breast reconstruction options. For more information, visit broaddayusa.org.
Harrison getting ready to do the kicking chores again. South having a real nice time here in the first half. South has been very giving, losing 3 fumbles, and South has taken big advantage of it. Sullivan in the middle, back deep. Another real bad kick. It's almost like an onside. East is going to get it at the 39. I don't know what's up with that, Chris.
Well, when you're up by 21 points, kicking it deep, even if he returns it all the way, you know, what are the chances of that happening?
Yeah, really.
This way you give East a shorter field, which I never really liked that.
You and me both. Wide receivers to the left and right. Delzer is the lone setback along with Christopher Freilich. He drops back. He's rushed hard. And tipping the ball that time was Derek Wagner.
Yeah, the big senior, Derek Wagner.
They're saying Tyler Mason got in there too.
Yep. Reagan Kelly Wagner has been helping us. She said the screen looked pretty good so far tonight at home. Thanks to Kelly Wagner.
Second down. Freilich this time under center. They give it to Delzer, and pretty good stop that time. Picks up about 5.
That looked like the old East offense. They used to run those tight formations and do very well.
Delzer with a 5-yard pickup. Clock running. 2:45 left until halftime. Big third down play, Chris. Got to stop him here, get the ball back.
Yep. Brian Nast, the coach of East. Tough to win at East these days.
Belly play, canned off to Delzer. He's short of the first down. Nice tackle by Feudner. Give Delzer 4 yards. It's going to be 4th and 1.
We'll be seeing East in a couple weeks come up down to North. Again, one of those situations. Why should East have to come to both Sheboygan schools? But that's the way it works. And I think we'll see him on October 3rd.
That's a good shot of Feudner, number 48.
Yep.
See what East is going to do. Clock is running. There's 2:20 left until halftime. Coming on the field for the Red Devils.
It's taking a long time again.
Is Wardlaw. And they're going to go for it.
Might as well. You're 0-3 and down by 3 scores.
South creeping up to the line of scrimmage. Handoff is to Delzer, and he didn't get it.
So at 2 minutes, South's going to have a shot.
South really stacked the box that time. They are going to measure.
Not even close.
Yeah, Chris says not even close.
Not even
Some
close.
of the stats people down in front of us say it's going to be pretty close, but they don't think he got it either.
If you're Coach Nass there, you got to go for it there.
I suppose.
What do you have to lose?
Yeah, but it's only the first half.
You got to be kidding me. Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Wow, he did get it.
I got to be honest with you.
The
I
lead.
don't know. Then he didn't even get across. I don't agree with that, Marty. I already had my numbers. I had to.
So did I.
I got to be honest with you.
I didn't think he got it.
Not even close.
You know what I thought when they put the measurement? They didn't have their lines straight
Right.
across, perpendicular to the ball. It was off center. So, oh well, doesn't matter. Hopefully it doesn't matter. Clock running, under 2 minutes. Hand off to Delzer, and he carries people down inside the 45. That was a good run by Noah Delzer.
One timeout left for East.
Timeout by East. That's their second timeout.
Yep. I'm going to say one left now. Minute 36. Wow, I'm still thinking about that measurement, Marty. If you watch the initial play, it didn't even seem like he got back to the line of scrimmage. Not even close.
No, I agree with you totally. I don't know how they, you know, and I stopped watching it when they were spotting the ball and that, but it had to be a spot thing. You know, giving him more than, you know, we thought anyway he should have had.
Like about a half an inch is all they needed. Obviously different.
Well, you said it wasn't even close.
I didn't think it was because I didn't even think that he got to the line of scrimmage on the initial hit. Obviously, I was incorrect.
Second down and 3, 1:36 left. East has one timeout remaining. Short in motion. It's going to be a double reverse. And, oh, Gutierrez committed and didn't force him back, and big gain by East. Sullivan on the carry that time.
Well, AJ was there.
Yeah,
he had, like you said, he had one of two jobs: either contain or make the play, and he didn't do either.
Clock is stopped with 1:26 left. With the snap of the ball, it'll start up again.
And Shunt, it should have been started ahead of time. Why wasn't the clock running?
Because he ran out of bounds.
Oh, he did?
Long pass to Sullivan. He's open, and he's got the catch and the touchdown.
Okay.
Freilich to Sullivan for a 32-yard touchdown. Wow. There's where that spot really cost South. You don't like that. But with a good return, South could maybe tack another one on the board.
And South gets the ball to start the second half as well.
Kick is through. That makes it 21-7 with 1:19 remaining.
Want to help? Make it easy on everyone. Send cash, the most effective form of disaster relief. CIDI.org.
I tell people.
Back at South High, where what we thought was going to be a first down for South on a missed fourth down attempt. Turned out to be a first down, and East capitalized on that and wound up with a 32-yard touchdown pass from Freilich to Sullivan. Terrace and Williams back deep for the Red Wings. Doing the kickoff chores for East is Marcelino Ramirez. His boot, he can kick the ball, Chris. Let it go out of bounds. Nope. Gutierrez picks it up. He's at the 20, 25, and dives to near the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 South.
Not a bad decision there by AJ with the wet ground there. Could have just stopped. I think he was hoping it would go out of bounds, and probably on a normal day, it would have. Well, South has all 3 timeouts left. They have 1:15. We saw that they can move the ball through the air. See if Coach Rice decides to attack.
Gunther in the backfield along with Ristovojevic. We got 3 wide receivers off to the right. Gunther looking, firing it deep. He's got a receiver open, making a catch. And he's barreling down is number 16, Mike Miller, all the way down to the 20-yard line. Oh, man.
Now, if you're East, how do you let somebody get behind you?
Really, he ran right by the defense. You'll be able to see it when Carey runs that replay. Ball is going to be spotted on the 32. 38-yard play.
Uh-oh, just a second here. Unsportsmanlike East.
Oh, boy.
The flag was at the 48. I wonder.
Yeah, you wonder what happened. Carey, can you run the replay of that?
I don't know if it was beyond. I don't think it's downfield. When that 48-yard line could have been on the sidelines or something.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. We're still waiting for the replay. I don't think it's going to happen.
What a response by South. Go right to the air and attack. Plus tack on 15. And with 13 seconds, they're right inside the red zone again.
Looks like the ball is spotted right on the 10-yard line. Gunther looking over the middle. Wide open is the receiver for South. That's Sam Selk. Oh, boy.
And that, I know it's early, but that's a dagger. I'm telling you, that's an ouch to East. They just score. And look at the sideline. They're just in awe. You allow a touchdown in 21 seconds.
Really? Well, we had mentioned about extra point is blocked. With 58 seconds left, it's 27-7 South.
Adopted, I just don't know which one.
I can't imagine having to be in a birth mother's position to make that choice.
You know, I was kind of just asking her, you know, what is your motivation? Why are you doing this? And she looked at me and she said, because you can give my son a life that I could not.
We always tell her, thank you. He is such a blessing to us.
Every day is just a ray of sunshine from him. So we're Chanda and Brian, and we chose adoption.
And you see Coach talking to the troops. Crew for tonight, get that in again. Kerry Kautzer's our director. Richard Bartson and Eric Wiesman on cameras, being assisted by Evan Opgenorth and Brandy Vongpangya. Chris Wright is doing the color. I'm doing the play-by-play. Chris and Mike. That could be a morning show. Chris and Mike on the morning show.
Oh, maybe a studio in New York would take us. ABC. Take us. The heck with that Good Morning America junk.
I was always a Matt Lauer fan myself.
Oh, okay.
That ball got up in the air a little bit. It drops right on the 25, picked up at the 23 by Sullivan. He's got good speed getting to the outside, cuts it back, and he's going to be out of bounds near the 45-yard line, I believe.
Hey, with 1:19, we said, why not go and attack if you're south? Well, with 58 seconds and 1 timeout, we'll see if East decides to do the same.
45-yard line is where it's going to be spotted. South is showing sparks of playing good defense, Chris. They really have. They still give up a few too many big plays, but good effort being put out by the boys. Freilich on a keeper. He's going to get hit right at the line of scrimmage and pulled down.
That's a great play because not only is it a no-gainer, but the clock is ticking away.
I think that was David Yang on the stop.
Yeah, we're down to 48 seconds. Down to 28 seconds.
And counting. Oh, it goes through Freilich's hands. He's looking, he slips as he throws, and he's got Sullivan wide open, and he makes the catch. He's down to the south 41-yard line.
The East players are walking to the line when they should be running to the line. You got to be snapping the ball when it's placed. We're down to 18 seconds. They are not in position. 17 seconds. Tick, 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 tick.
Freilich dropping straight back, throws the out pattern. He's got Short. He's going to be hard to bring down, Chris. And they stopped the clock with 3.2 seconds left. Short got the first down.
Not a good decision. Well, I guess they don't have any choice. Might as well call timeout. You're not going to get 2 plays anyways.
No, you're not. It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball is spotted on the 41. That's not right. Looks like they're going to be spotted right at the 30-yard line.
Yep, that's correct.
Couple of 14-yard pickups there for East has helped them out on this drive. This will be the last play of the half, unless there's a penalty involved. South better get those defenders back there, Chris.
Yep, well, you got big, tall Connor Harrison.
There we go. Freilich back, looking, fires it deep to the end zone. He's got 2 wide receivers out there, and a pass goes incomplete. And we're at halftime with South on top, 27-7.
The National Parkinson Foundation invites you to Moving Day.
Moving Day!
Are you ready to move? Walk, cheer, yay! Dance, stretch, laugh, and shout. Whatever it takes to beat Parkinson's.
Let's defeat Parkinson's.
Remember, people who move change the world. It's a new day for Parkinson's. Make your move today.
Simple moments are what make every day count.
Next Wednesday night.
What a day. We need to get outside.
But, honey, I think there's a game on somewhere.
Well, I know another game we can play.
What? Golf? You and me?
I'm ready to learn, and I found a great deal on lessons.
Okay, game on.
I think I can take it.
Now you can learn to play golf, starting with one great deal. 5 lessons from a PGA or LPGA instructor, starting at only $99. Get the details at getgolfready.com. Get ready to play.
Parents sure have their hands full, and they could use an extra hand. Now, every state offers free or low-cost health insurance for your sports hero or budding artist. Kids up to age 19 can get checkups, doctor and dentist visits, hospital care, prescriptions, and more. Your child may qualify based on your family size and income. It's one less thing to worry about. Call or go online for more information.
Getting out of the military, I was missing this camaraderie.
Scott Rice, new head football coach here at South High School. Scott, thanks for coming on, joining us.
Pleasure.
When I heard that South got a new football coach, my first response was, did they get him a job? And it's real nice that you got a job right away. What are you doing here at South High? What's your position?
Well, I'm in the special ed department right now, which is a new challenge for me, but it's one that I'm enjoying, and there's a lot of good people in the department that are helping me out.
When I called school today to remind you, I got a chance to talk to Paul Wagner. He says, give the kids another week or so, then we'll see their true colors.
Well, they're pretty good. I mean, I've got a pretty good load of kids, so they're not a lot of challenges for me with the kids. So far so good.
Well, if you need any support, the staff up there I know is really nice.
Great staff. Yep.
Now let's talk a little bit about the coaching end of your job. How are you liking it so far?
I like it a lot. It's again, similar to the special ed job that I have. We got a lot of good people trying to support the program, both at the youth level and at the high school level, and at the administrative level. So we have a lot of good support.
Now you're not new to the game. You've coached head coach at the high school level, yep. And you've been an assistant coach at the college level. What are the differences between the high school and the college?
Well, I'd say the biggest differences in terms of the kids are just the level of commitment that the kids have at the college, especially at the Division III college level, because it's truly for the love of the game, and the time commitment that they put in, and the amount of effort that they have to put in just to keep their classes and their sports going is pretty amazing. So that's the biggest difference. But in terms of everything else, it's still a lot of time for the high school kid too. So it's a comparable thing, but it's just another step up.
My next question was, well, what are the similarities? Well, you did mention the time factor. What else, similar about the college game possibly, and the high school game? The commitment part obviously is there.
Yeah, I'd say the biggest similarities probably have to do with just the time that the staffs put in. The better staffs and the people that understand what goes into it really they put a lot of hours in away from the field, and the time commitment is probably stuff that even the players don't necessarily understand, because they think they're putting in a lot of time, but they go home and their commitment is to homework and all those things, whereas the staff has to commit some time to other things. So.
Now, Chris was the head coach prior to you, and I would say, generally speaking, he was more of a defensive-minded coach. He played linebacker in college and was a good one, by the way, played at Wisconsin. What are you, offensive-minded, defensive-minded?
Well, I grew up really kind of an offensive mind, but I have coordinated defenses, and so I've been on both sides of the ball. But to be honest with you, it's one of those things where this year you have a young defensive coordinator in Colin Johnson. He's doing a good job, but it's been where I've spent a lot of time. I've been on both sides, even at the collegiate level, so I'm comfortable on either side, but if you ask people that are in the business, they'd probably look at me more as an offensive guy.
What do you guys, when you talk about the offensive side, and you mentioned one of the coach that's taking care of the defense, do you have a separate coach that takes care of the offense, and then you kind of oversee the two, or do you take the offense?
I'm pretty much the offensive coordinator, so when things go bad, you know who to blame, and we have a lot of good people helping on that side of the ball. Nick Wilson runs our receivers. Jeff Landry has the running backs. Chris Korf does the O-line. So we have a really huge amount of help from those three guys. But even on defense, we have Todd Tudis doing the D-line. Noah Ross helps with the linebackers, and as I mentioned, Colin does the whole coordination of it, and he's in the secondary. So there's a lot of people doing a lot of work.
Let's finish up the interview by talking a little bit about impressions, Coach. First of all, what are your impressions of South High so far?
Very positive. I'd say starting out with the administration, they just really have a vision for the future of what they want South High to be. And you can see it just with the signage around, you know, and it's not just Chris trying to support the athletic department with the Red Wing Way. It's the administration, it's Mr. Trimberger, I mean, it's everybody.
Big Mike.
Yeah, Big Mike wants to get our kids and our faculty to understand there needs to be a Red Wing Way, and we need to believe in it and live it every day. So, I mean, that's my first impression, is how many people really want to see South High develop into a place that is the envy of all.
What's your impression of the football program so far, 3 weeks in? And I'm sure they gave you a little background about what the program's been through.
Well, we have tough kids. We just need to have more tough kids, and we need to get more numbers out. And there's a lot of good people at the youth program. They started a new program this year, and I really tip my hat to them with the Junior Red Wing program, just to try to really get our kids to understand, not only our kids that are younger, but our kids that are older, is it's one program, and we really want to develop that whole idea that together we can achieve greatness. So it's slow, you know, baby steps, but we're moving in the right direction.
Last impression, what are your impressions of the city? I know you're new to Sheboygan. By
so
the way,
far,
tonight, if you got time, run down to 8th Street. They're having Taste of Sheboygan.
Well, I would love to. I probably have seen less of the town than almost anybody else in the town. My path usually goes from home to my office or to the weight room or to the practice field. So what I have seen of the town, I really enjoy. It's beautiful, the lake, the restaurants, the different places that I've been. I enjoy it a lot, and I'm looking forward to getting to spend more time out in the town, but right now I have a limited scope. So
I hear you, Coach. Thanks a lot for joining us. Good luck with the rest of the season.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
When we come back, we'll have the second half action.
I don't understand. I still had the anger, I still had the addictions, but we didn't talk about that.
Came to a point where it's like, okay, I really need to talk to somebody about this.
Family more or less encouraged me, you know, go to the VA.
It's okay to go get help. It's okay to talk to people, because it takes true strength to ask for help.
Hear veterans' real stories of strength and recovery at MakeTheConnection.net.
Going to school pregnant, riding the bus, that was hard. You just have all the stares and you have all the questions. When you get pregnant, all the stuff just goes through your mind. Abortion, adoption, keeping him. When you're 15 and pregnant, you can't do it without support. I wanted to give him a better life. I'm Miranda, and I chose adoption.
It's 27-7, South on top. They scored on a 17-yard pass to Connor Harrison. Harrison also had a 17-yard run for a touchdown. Boris Ristovojevic has 130 yards so far in the ball game. That includes a 67-yard touchdown run. And then finishing off the scoring in the first half for South was Sam Selk. He caught a 10-yard touchdown pass from Gunther. Chris, the yardage for South is 270, but it's 223 for East, so not much difference there.
No, that was the thing I was thinking about, Marty, is the yards isn't different. It's just the 3 turnovers by East, and then basically the big strike, 21-second strike down the field by South to end the second quarter, which pretty much, I think, put South in charge as long as they can take care of the football. Now, I'm knocking on wood here, but South's done a very nice job of taking care of the football.
They spread the turnovers out. Delzer had one, Short had one, and Freilich had one.
Nice interview, by the way, at halftime.
Scott did a nice job. He's well-spoken.
Right.
Feels a little overwhelmed with the special ed, but they'll walk him through that.
Well, I got to meet him this summer. He came here, and his son played for my son for the U16 baseball team, Jacob. And Jacob is an outstanding young man. Played some second base and fit right in. And I mean, both his, Coach Rice and his son are nice welcomes to Sheboygan. They are a big bonus.
Yeah, different kid kicking off this time, Chris.
Wow.
Megan Morris.
Because they're going with the onside, and it's not going to get 10 yards.
No.
Hey, don't even touch it. What are you doing? Who's that knucklehead?
You can probably hear in the background We've got some South fans up here. Can you imagine that?
Well, that's a situation that you shouldn't be. Only bad things happen there, and Derek Wagner's going to get a earful here.
What are you doing?
Because if it hits you and it goes in, off you, and then gets recovered by East, in that situation, just let the ball roll, and it's just dead, and you'll take over.
As long as
right
it doesn't
there.
go 10 yards, you're in good shape.
Yep. Talk about some other things about Coach Rice here. I got some little
tidbits
here in the second half.
Gunther and Ristovojevic in the backfield. Inside handoff to Boris. He gets stacked up right near the line of scrimmage, picks up maybe a yard.
Well, let's start off with some of that little tidbit here. Now, Boris is ranked 23rd in rushing in the state. He's 23rd, and I told you he's a Elroy Hirsch running backs candidate for best back of the year. There's a shot of us dry, unlike those guys down there where it's miserable.
Boris uses a stiff arm, he bounces back, and then he picks up maybe 3 more yards. Good use of the stiff arm to get some leverage, but good job of stringing it out by the East team.
And there you see Boris trying to get outside. Not a lot of space there. Well, the leading running back is Troy Laufenberg. He's from Wanakee. He leads the state in rushing, where Boris is 23rd. The coach of Wanakee is Pat Rice.
Yeah, how about that?
Timeout South.
Timeout by South.
And Pat Rice is the brother of Scott Rice, and Wanakee is a state power. I mean, they are a power. They've won some state championships, and they're currently ranked number 5 in Division II. But it's kind of ironic, here in Sheboygan, we focus in on Boris, and the leading runner in the state is from Wanakee. So that's two brothers got 2 of the top 23 running backs in the state.
That's pretty cool.
And Coach Rice came from Point, and Stevens Point had a very nice football team as well last year.
No, that was at the college level.
Yep.
And you heard his comments about the differences and some similarities. I think
nice
you're out there
program.
for love of the game, no matter what level you're on. Yeah. So hopefully that's the case.
Right. The only problem with that is they'd have to run into Whitewater every year.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
which the rest of the country doesn't like doing either.
All right, we got 3rd and about 5. Fake to Ristovojevic. We got a wide receiver. Harrison makes the catch down the field. He gets it inside the 25 to about the 24.
To say that
also open on the shorter pattern was Prunick, number 25. There you see him.
To say that Green Bay East pass defense is weak is
a little understatement, huh, Chris?
So far tonight. Whoops, a lot of people are moving, and a lot of people are pointing fingers. I think there was about 5 red shirts and 4 white shirts moving, but the ball never moved.
And that's going to be a penalty on South. Be 1st and 10, but pardon me, 1st and 15. Ball at about the 28-yard line. 3 wide receivers off to the left. Prunick, one of them. Gunther looks, he's got Harrison. Cuts it, missed tackle, he gets it down to the 30. Make that down to the 20, an 8-yard pickup.
Uh-oh.
Gunther is hit in the backfield and sacked back outside the 30-yard line. Big loss there.
That's my fault, Marty. I was just thinking how well the offensive line has played tonight. And that time, East got the best of the Red Wings.
Yeah,
but I
really.
thought they've played very well up front, given Gunther time, and the run game is obviously working.
Another rush. Gunther hit, but he slips a tackler. Now he's going to run with it at pretty good speed. And he chases, he's chased out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
Well, East is starting to send the house. Two guys coming from his left shoulder, tucks it under and takes off. Another thing is we haven't given Dylan Callahan as the center today. He's been real smooth with this wet weather and the continuous rain and just awful night.
Gunther looking. Got a receiver out there, Prunick, and there's going to be all kinds of penalties on that. Mason was hit way before the ball arrived. He's South is going to have a first down on a penalty. Yep, you could see it.
Who ran into who? Such a poor pass that I think that benefited South. Just kind of wobbled out there.
See where they marked the ball. Should be a first down for the Red Wings. Ball is going to be spotted on about the 12-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10. 3 wide receivers off to the right, Selk to the left, inside handoff to Ristovojevic, and East is playing inspired football, Chris, right now, at least on defense.
Yep. It's just the big plays they give up, especially through the air.
Loss of 1 that time for Ristovojevic. South is going to have to do some blocking. They're going to have to play a little harder on the front line. You mentioned it. The offensive linemen did a great job in the first half. They got to continue that here in the second. And pass is dropped by Prunick, and he got hurt a little bit. He got banged pretty hard.
Wow, and I thought Miller got away with stuff there too. A hold and a push in the back, and he was the one who got the fumble back if there was a fumble. I wonder if he even had that ball.
3rd down and 11.
Prunick just a sophomore.
Hand off to Ristovojevic. He cuts it up. He's not going to get the first down, but he gets it down near the 5-yard line. And you may want to just go for it.
Yep. If you don't get it, you make East basically go 95 yards, and you have the big lead.
Harrison and Gutierrez split off to the right. Gunther
There's
looking,
nobody there.
Got a flag in the middle. It looks like it's going to be a hold. Gunther gets through. He's in the end zone for a touchdown, but let's check out the flag. It's holding on South. That will not count.
It's 2 holding penalties, Marty, on 4th down. There was no receivers over there whatsoever. Eventually somebody came out of the kind of the backfield a little bit late, but
I think that East defender did the same thing that Gutierrez did back in the first half, as he took a bad angle at the quarterback and got himself caught inside and allowed Gunther to get around the corner.
well, now you have no choice but to throw it. And I don't know, the way the East pass defense has been, I like our chances just as good as being on the 6. Let's see if number 10 gets himself open. Look for number 10. I'm looking for number 10.
Gutierrez is wide to the right.
That's Selk.
Selk is wide to the left.
Yep.
And there's a penalty on South. Taking off too soon was, I think that was number 16, Mike Miller, on the penalty.
Pretty soon they're going to have to punt.
Really?
I'm kidding, I hope, Marty.
He could kick from the 28. Maybe he can't get it into the end zone. Hey, the East guy only kicked an 11-yarder. What was that, 15-yarder?
14, yep. I still like number 10 here.
All right, good rush. Oh, blitzing that time was East, but they missed him. Gunther's pass is way short. Blitzing that time was Carl Wardlow, but again, a bad angle, and Gunther was able to get to the outside, but his pass is incomplete.
You know, the first half went like fast.
Yeah.
But we only went 3 minutes and 3 seconds on that.
On that whole series of plays. There are a lot of plays. Too many penalties. That was the problem.
Both sides.
Yeah. All righty. Ball's on the 28. It's 1st and 10 for East. Their first possession of the second half. They allowed South to get it deep, but they stood tall.
And the rain is picking up again, Marty. It's not nice out there.
Eric and Evan on the field, putting up with that weather.
Oh, Evan's upstairs now.
Oh, he is.
He's putting with it up there, which might be worse.
Short, dragging 3, 4 South tacklers, gets it up to the 30, so he picks up 2.
A whole bunch of Red Wings there. I'll give Zimmerman one of the guys that was there. Josh Becker there.
Brandy and Richard up on top, maybe?
Nope, Brandy and Evan.
Okay.
Or Evan and Richard are up top now.
Brandy's down on the field trying to stay warm.
Yep. Is this how it is all the time? Oh, yeah, it is.
You'll definitely want to come back, maybe in June. Inside handoff to Delzer, and he gets it up over the 35. Check out what Delzer had in the first half. He had a pretty nice first half rushing the ball, Chris. Had him for 53 yards. Pick up a 9 that time. Second, third down and 1. Handoff, Delzer busts through the line and gets it out to about the 44-yard line. Quick hitters, Chris, are causing some issues for South. It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball is spotted on the 44-yard line. South on top, 27-7.
They don't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage.
That right guard was pretty far back. Looks like Yang got through and tripped up short the ball carrier. Loss of 2 on that play. It's going to be 2nd and 12.
Yang, the senior, he had a nice season last year as well.
From what I can remember, he was a hitter. You know, he liked to get out there and hit people.
Well, you don't normally have a 5'9" guy up front, but he's so explosive.
Frelick dropping back, throws over the middle to Sullivan, picked off by Gutierrez. A.J. Gutierrez on the interception.
Just like he'd be playing outfield in the spring for Coach Clay. Sits there, and it's a routine pop-up, which he catches. And turnover number 4 for East.
1st and 10 for the Red Wings. Ball's going to be at the 24. Clock running a little bit more now, Chris. 6:23 left in the third. Krunick, Gutierrez, Selk. And in the backfield, we've got Ristovojevic and Gunther inside. Ristovojevic taking it off of to the outside, gets hit for a loss.
You hit it on the head before, Marty. Inspirational football by the East defense, especially against the run. And it's almost kind of like last week. Melvin Gordon struggled against, a Western Illinois team, but
yeah, they stacked the box, but doesn't look like they're exactly stacking the box right now. It looks more like they're doing a lot of blitzing.
Yep. And that's a good counter call.
Gutierrez makes the catch. The East defender hit him with the shoulder, but didn't wrap him up and allowed Gutierrez to gain big yardage.
And that's a good call because basically what you're, when you're stacking the box, everybody's tight. What you want to do is get things outside where the defenders are not. That was a really nice play call by Coach Rice and Coach Korf.
Gunther looking, see what he's going to do. Another quick out to Gutierrez, but that time the East defender was in AJ's face and couldn't hang on.
Now you got to sell that play on another play and hit somebody streaking, or look over the middle where the middle's been open all day. Maybe hit your tight end, Kunick there.
Also split out to the right for South is Mike Miller. Miller had one catch, the long 38-yarder. Prunick in motion. Gunther passes out of the reach of Gutierrez.
Huh.
3 for 7 in the quarter for Gunther.
Yeah, but missed the last two on basically 3 plays that were almost scripted the same.
Selk is the wideout at the bottom of your screen. Haven't heard from him recently. Gunther looking. Goes back the other way, and the East defender steps in front of Prunick and makes the interception. Catching that one for East was Johnny Van Driel. There you're going to see it. Watch him cut right up in front. That was a bad throw.
Coming back across the field, Marty, that's part of the problem. And you're in a tough wind, rain, and throwing back across the long side of the field. That's an easy pick.
You know who used to do that a lot and made people mad? Brett Favre. They didn't like him throwing back across the field either. Usually bad things happen.
Well, I was thinking bad. My fault again. I was thinking throwing the ball, you got the lead, and you 4 consecutive passes when you got Ristovojevic.
Yeah, he's got 8 passes in the quarter, Chris. I mean, that's too many. Crying the whole first half, he had 8.
That was his 6th interception of the season.
Frelick deep. He's going to get rushed and hit from behind. Making the sack for Sheboygan South was Tyler Mason.
He was untouched. Watch him come. Well, that's not true. He was touched, but the tackle there had 2 responsibilities, and he couldn't stop them both.
Loss of 8 on that sack. Makes it 2nd down and 18. South hustling into position defensively. Fake handoff. Frelick has it. He's hit in the backfield and dropped at the 40-yard line. Another 2-yard loss.
Guess who? You can say the same name. Tyler Mason.
Mason again. Oh, man. Have a day.
For the first time in a long time, it's the East offense stalled.
Yeah, well, got 3rd down here. We got to hold them. Frelick in the shotgun.
There's no way they can get this. There's no way.
Delzer alongside him. South, we got a hold in the middle. No call. Delzer's pass down the middle is incomplete. A South rusher, it looked like Derek Wagner again broke through, and all of a sudden it looked like he got dragged down. Never got to the quarterback. But it's going to be 4th down.
Interesting situation, too. There's 3 East receivers in the same area, which means there's also red jerseys there, too. 3rd punt for East. And he's punting with the wind. The last one went 14 yards with the wind.
Oops. AJ back. Gutierrez.
Kind of a crosswind, though. Oh, this is a bad one,
Kick
too.
is up high, and they're going to let it bounce, and it takes a good bounce for East. It's going to be down at about the 31-yard line. And we have 3:54 left.
That matches his previous long of 29.
Wow. That's not very good punting. But you know, Chris, when your team is not real good, usually the special team play is not very good, whether it's your kickers or your kick coverage or kick return. Ristovojevic breaks off tackle. He's got big yardage. I think he's going to have a first down, depending on where they knock him out. It's going to be close.
I think I'd give the bread to him for a while. You have a 20-point lead. He's a senior, seasoned veteran. Let him carry the pumpkin.
Ristovojevic has it again. He bounces to the outside, but a great tackle made out there by Carlton.
That's all right. Tick, 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 tick. The clock is moving.
A loss of 3 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 5.
Well, that time he thought he could shake Carlton, but Carlton went right at him. We'll see Carlton in the basketball season this coming winter.
Fake handoff. Pass is complete to Prunick, but he's hit hard right at the 40-yard line and driven back.
By Carlton.
Again. Pick up a 4 yards on the play.
Second punt for South, Marty.
That punt is up in the air. Doesn't take a real good south bounce. It's going to be downed inside the 40, but only at about maybe the 37 or 38-yard line. So not a real good punt, but change the field position a little bit. But you tried giving it to Ristovojevic, Chris. They were listening to you. He just couldn't get it done. Not enough blocking. Ball is spotted at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 east. 2:35 left in the quarter. South on top. Short on a pitch out. He gets by a couple of South tacklers before he finally is tripped up and falls down at about the 47-yard line. He's going to be close to a first down. Are they going to measure? No, they're going to just give him the first down. So a 10-yard pickup for Short.
Never would expect it on September 12th. 40-degree weather, 40s, in the 40s, and
really?
just rain, 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 rain.
We usually love doing these September games. It's when you get into October.
Well, this is October weather.
Delzer gets hit right after he passes the line of scrimmage and is driven back. Picks up 2 yards. But again, good defense played by South.
Williams and Feudner on the stop.
Both those two boys at linebacker like to hit people. And then you got David Yang in the middle, displaying good quickness. Not great size, but that quickness can play to your advantage too. Hand it to Delzer, and looks like there's a fumble.
Freilic's not really carrying the ball much this quarter.
No, I guess there was no fumble. Short pickup that time, but it's going to make it 3rd down.
Extra defensive back in the game for South. Kittleson in.
Ball's now on the 49-yard line, but on the south side of the field. 3rd down and 6.
Rush
Short
5.
in motion. They're going to do a double reverse. And Sullivan's going to get the corner again, and he's going to have big yardage. He broke loose. And they got him as stepping out of bounds, but I'll tell you, he's got good speed, Chris, and that's twice now. Nobody's been on the corner. There you can see number 30, Kittleson, trying to get out there, but he was way too late.
Boy, I thought that was going to be all bottled up when it was being run, but Sullivan ran right by him. And it's twice now that play has worked. They're down to the 25. 40 seconds left in the third.
That was a 24-yard pickup, Chris. 1st and 10 south. Pardon me, 1st and 10 east. Pitch out to Short. No reverse this time. He's just taking it around the corner. He's knocked out of bounds at about the 16-yard line.
And he got out of bounds. There you see it stretch. Nice replay again. Boom.
Yeah, really boom. Give him a 9-yard pickup.
Sim Safford a little 2nd and short after a run by Short.
Too many shorts. Freilich at quarterback, just like he's been all game. Delzer right behind him. Handoff, nope. That time, Freilich kept it, Chris. You were asking for him to keep it, and that time he did, and he got the first down.
Oh, clock stopped, should have stopped. It was a first down.
Ball is spotted at the 14-yard line. It was only a 2-yard pickup, preventing the big gain.
20 seconds in the quarter, Marty.
Yeah.
And running.
1st and 10, ball on the 14-yard line.
If I'm east, I'd throw it here. You got kind of a wind. Not a lot, but a little bit of a crosswind. 8, 7, 6.
Short, fake to him. Pass down the middle. Receiver couldn't hang on. And that's going to be the end of the quarter. Ends with a pass incompletion. And at the end of 3 quarters of play, South still on top, 27-7.
If I ride, I will know the way the trees smell after the rain. I will grow a heart so strong that hospitals will take Tuesdays off. If I ride, road rage will turn into laughter, and oil tankers will haul chocolate milk. And I won't be a boy or a girl. I will just be a rider.
Honestly, dude, I did the most shocking thing today. It was just something I never thought I'd do.
Did your parents find out?
My mom cried.
What'd you do?
Back at South High School, we're getting ready to start 4th quarter action. It's going to be 2nd down for East and 10, but they're at the 14-yard line. They're in great shape. Should be 2nd down.
Should be 2nd and 10 because they ran that pass.
Right.
Ran that pass,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Well, they did run a pass play. It was incomplete. They passed on the running play and did and they passed on, well, never mind. 2nd down and 10. Freilich kept it, and he's going to pitch back to Sullivan, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Well, that was a very smart play there by the quarterback Freilich there, pitching it at the last second to gain a couple more yards. 2 chances left for East. They are definitely going to go for the first down, and then the touchdown.
Wardlaw was the ball carrier before, not Sullivan. Freilich, handoff inside. Delzer
Close to that
gets it
first down.
Yeah, down near the 5-yard line.
Oh, it's going to be 4th and like inches. Oh, and the rain is just coming down heavier, Marty.
Wow, All right, they're going to have to stand tall. This one, Chris. Freilich under center. Linebackers moving up. A fumble on the snap. And let's see who has it.
Well, they're over the 5. It's going to be first down one way or the other.
East got it. I didn't see who carried it. We're just going to give it to Freilich.
Yeah.
But it's going to be 1st and goal. Ball is on the 3.
Nope, they gave it to Delzer, Marty.
Okay, that's an easy change.
I'll tell you that East is not swift to the ball.
No, they're not. You're right. Okay, 1st and goal. There you see it. Freilich ducks under center. He's got Short as the deep back this time. They haven't run from the eye much. Short trying to bounce it to the outside. He cuts it back, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown. He's a load, Chris.
He is a load. Here's a replay. Watch him just boom.
Yeah, he's just running over people. The problem is you can't get your arms around his legs. All right, getting ready to do the kicking for East is Megan Morris. Megan tried that onside kick to start the second half. Her boot is going to be off the crossbar. No good. Well, good try, Megan. So, with 10:33 left in the ball game, South on top, 27-13.
Adopt a child from foster care. Just being there makes all the difference.
All righty. Just our guys. Back at South High. Quit bothering me. Who's that kid getting ready to do the kickoff? Big number 71 again, Chris? Yep. Marcelino Ramirez. That just rolls off your tongue, kind of like Ristovojevic. Thanks, Sim. Thank you. Tonight's game will be rebroadcast on Saturday at 10 a.m. Fall on it!
Oh, no. Oh, no.
What's going to happen here? Rebroadcast on Saturday at 10, that's tomorrow morning. Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Wednesday at 2 p.m. South did get it. Oh, boy. But it was awfully close. And we're going to mark it at the 22-yard line, I believe. Be 1st and 10 for South.
Well, Marty, I was thinking South needs a nice long drive.
Yeah, they need to chew up some clock. You're right. That's
but their longest drive today is 3 minutes and 3 seconds.
And Any quarter?
The longest drive they have is 3
Really?
minutes and 3 seconds.
They had one early in the game where they thought they had the ball pretty long, or maybe that was East. Ristovojevic cutting it back, picks up pretty good yardage there, gets it up to the 29.
Yeah, this is a case tonight where time of possession doesn't matter because South only had the ball about 14 minutes where, that's a player injured. Oh, that's Carlton.
Carlton hurt.
Yeah, well, he's going to have to come out for at least a play. But I could have say South only had the ball for about 14 minutes. Where on the flip side, you know.
Well, look at some of these other sheets from the other
20
quarters.
minutes.
Back in the first quarter, South had the ball twice. You're right, didn't look like a whole lot of plays. Same thing in the second quarter, not a great deal of plays strung together. It's second down and about 4. Ristovojevic bouncing it to the outside. He's got some room. He's looks like he's close to the first down. But here in the third quarter, Chris, that first possession, but that was all passing. Remember that?
3
Too many
minutes. That
passes?
was the 3 minute and 3 second possession. But you got Ristovojevic back there. Like I said, just keep feeding him the bread.
First and 10, ball on the 35-yard line. Give him a gain of 7 on that last play. Got to the outside.
Yep.
And that made all the difference.
Put the bread in his belly and let him run.
Up the middle. He's got room to roam. He's got a first down. He's broke through some more tackles. He's still on his feet and inside the 40-yard line. Wow, big gainer.
Boom, 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 boom. Look at him run.
$27-yarder there, Chris. Ristovojevic again, cutting it back. Heads upfield. There's a fumble.
This could be the first turnover.
Here you're going to see it. Yeah, he dropped it on the way down. It looked like he was diving, and the ball came loose. East has it.
Carlton got the fumble recovery for East, number 1. He was out for a couple plays, and he comes back in and makes a big play. And very, very unlike Boris to fumble the football, but looking at the conditions out there,
yeah,
it's tough.
Ball's going to be at the 33. Boris had it 4 times in a row, Chris. Picked up 13, then he had that long 27-yarder, gave him 40, and then this last was about a 6-yard gain before he fumbled it. But not long enough on the possession. 9:31 left in the ball game. I think they're talking about, are we going to go to Major Leagues or are we going to go somewhere else? Maybe on the north side, out to Manning's. Well, let's finish the game first.
Get out of the wet and the cold.
Yeah, exactly.
Our camera
Hand
guys
off
like
to Strong. Short, I mean. Short gets it up to the 40. Nice tackle.
Bowman on the
Short.
tackle.
Yeah. Austin Short picks up 7.
Put Wagner back in the game, expecting a run here as opposed to a pass. 9:08 and counting.
Yeah, maybe they'll help run the clock out.
Well, they do. They have long drives.
Well, like you said, long time in the huddle. They don't hustle right up to the line of scrimmage and get the play going. Waste a lot of time between plays. Short, trying to get to the outside, pushes off one South tackler. Now he's loose and gets it up to the 50, but we have 2 flags on the field, and I think it's going to be holding. And I believe it's going to go on East.
Wardlow? Oh, no, maybe
Wardlow.
face mask. Face mask maybe too.
Yeah, you're right. Personal foul,
No,
no holding on East. You're right.
I'll tell you, South got away with a face mask, though. But Wardlow was the guy who was holding.
Hey, they're going to...
And a good situation for South is East throwing. They have not had a lot of success doing that.
No, they haven't. Ball is going to be spotted at the 31-yard line. They need to get up to the 43, so it's 2nd and 12.
That's a big penalty.
Yeah, because Short had a big gainer there. He's had the first down. Freilich back, going deep. He's got a receiver out there, but over the other shoulder, Sullivan not able to make the adjustment. Yeah, you saw that too.
As East should not have allowed anyone to get behind him at the end of the second quarter, South shouldn't let anybody get behind you at the end of the fourth quarter.
Okay, we've got 3rd down and 12. A couple more defensive backs come in. Harrison back in, along with Matthew Kittleson. Kittleson got beat on a coverage up at the line of scrimmage. Hopefully he'll do a little better job back in the backfield. Big rush. Short has it on the screen pass, and he's got room to roam. Oh, missed tackle there by Gutierrez, and now we got a scrum. And Short gets it down to the 35. Watch that screen. They really suckered in the South defenders, and that left a lot of room to roam.
What a call. You had 3 deep safeties, and trying to bring down Strong is not easy. Did I say Strong?
13
Short,
and 19.
I meant.
33-yard pickup, Chris. Jeez. We don't like that.
Well, we're down to 7:56.
Yeah, but you got a 2-score lead. We want to keep it up there. Pitch out to Wardlaw, and he slips as he goes
that's
down.
That's a hold. That's a bad call.
Well, that's part of that defenseless player or targeting rule, Chris. You can't hit him above the shoulders. Watch, he's going to get hit up. Yeah, that wasn't much of a hit.
Holding on East again.
Well, it was on East.
Yeah, that was a bad call.
If it's on East, it's a good call.
I was watching the play develop too, and that was on Short, the penalty, but I don't agree with it. But and the official's right by the South sideline, so guess what the South coaches are all yelling? Holding, holding, holding.
They might be right. Freilich under center, takes the snap, gives it off to Bowman. He's wide open and gets big yardage down near the 30-yard line. Quick hitter.
7:21 and counting here. You'll see it right up the middle.
Yeah, Delzer making them pay. 12-yard gain for Delzer.
2 timeouts for South, 3 for East. Under 7.
Yeah, clock running, that's a good thing. It's got to keep them out of the end zone, though. They're getting too close. Pitch out to Wardlaw, and good play by David Yang. Tackles him at the 35. That's a loss of 4.
And after that big holding penalty and a big gainer, that forces a big 3rd and 9 long air. Look at that tackle by Yang. Good quickness, good strength.
Gotta like those kind of plays, you know, when you're right out in the open, everybody can see you make it.
Yep.
Oh, that 54, he's awesome.
He is, he looked good.
You know, when you make those plays in the middle of the line, you know, you're clumped together with 5, 6 other guys, you can't always tell, but that kind of play, can see it.
Good speed, strength.
Yeah, Short is a slot on the left side. Keep your eyes on him. Instead, they go out the other way. The wide receiver makes the catch, but he's going to be down at the 30. Pickup of 5.
And we'll thank the weather for that one.
Yeah, really.
Because he was wide open. It was very tough for Freilich to deliver it. And, well, talk about big games and big plays and big games. This is it.
Yeah, really. at that rate.
South can win this game. Be their second win in conference. And
all right, Delzer right behind Freilich. Strong, short in motion. Fake to him. Pass over the middle is incomplete. That was a tough catch for Wardlaw to make, and South gets the ball back.
I'll tell you, if South can hang on with their schedule this year, they are a Division II by size school at this point. If you get 4 wins in conference, that means the playoffs, and that's a great season.
Okay, 1st and 10 South. They have it on the 30-yard line. Gunther hands it off to Ristovojevic. He cuts off tackle. He breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2 tackles. He's in the open, out to the 50, down to the 40. Hang on to the ball, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Again, a deflator by East not being able to get that 4th down conversion. And South gets the ball, and right away, a big play.
35-yard gain, Chris.
I'm telling you, keep feeding him the bread. Put it right in that belly.
He's got 81 yards so far in the quarter.
He's going to be moving up that little running back list.
He had only 16 yards in the 3rd quarter. He had 7 carries, but they bottled him up.
So he's had 240 yards.
Yeah.
That's a big night.
No kidding. Okay, it's 1st and 10 South. Ball on the 35. Hand off to Ristovojevic, cutting it off tackle. He breaks through the line of scrimmage. He's got another 1st down. He broke another tackle. He's going to go to the end zone. Can he make it? No, he's knocked down at about the 2-yard line.
He's a mutter.
1st and goal.
He's a mutter. Loves the rain. Loves the slop.
34-yarder. Oh, man, he's got over 100 yards this quarter. Okay, Gunther, take it in yourself. Timeout.
I think they're going to let Boris. Oh,
East takes the timeout. We had when I was in high school, we had the leading scorer in the conference, Mike Krieger, and he's don't get me wrong, the kid was a great athlete. He was an all-stater as a linebacker, and he started at quarterback his junior and senior year. But it just seemed like a lot of those games, he'd hammer the ball down the field, not just me running or Sellinger running, throwing some passes, but we got close to the end zone. Krieger for the touchdown. Well, I hope they can finish this off, Chris, and put the game away. There's 4:29 left, and
well, I know it's getting a little tense. I know you got a little uptight there when, a little nervous. Marty could tense when they got that big 1st down, and then that holding penalty hurt them big time.
Here we go. It was 1 yard.
all right, we're ready to go. Gunther in the backfield. Ristovojevic off to his right. Give it to Boris. No, Gunther. Did I call that or what? Gunther for 1 yard and a touchdown. Good play by South. They had him thinking Boris, but good play to keep that ball. Gunther with a score.
2 through the air, 1 on the ground.
Connor Harrison coming in to attempt the extra point. Oh, not a good snap and another blocked kick. Yeah, they got to get that fixed is right. All right, with 4:29 left, South on top, 33-13.
Coming from the left side.
Yeah. All right.
In the 7th inning, Brewers 7 or 2, Reds 2, 2-2 in the 7th.
Well, let's see here. 115, 131, 261 so far, Chris.
That's a
for
nice
Boris.
night.
Yeah, he's getting up there in Bergman territory.
261 and 1 touchdown.
That's just wrong. That last touchdown, it's just wrong. 1 touchdown. Correct, when Nate was running all those in those big games this senior, he's getting 4, 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Come on. Dave Pfeiffer was here, he'd be storming down on the sidelines.
I'm not going to do an interview, Marty. I'm not going to make those camera guys sit out there any longer.
Yeah, probably a good choice. Whoa! South might get it. I'll tell you, East was very slow to the ball.
East did not get the ball. South did. Watch this. Whoop, and a miss.
Yeah, slipping. That guy going after it
Oh,
second didn't go after it
they're
hard enough.
sliding. That rain is coming. Yeah, I don't think you need Boris in there anymore, but he is.
All right, South recovers
Okay.
the kick. Ball is on the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 South. Good snap. Boris again on the carry. He's got room to roam on the outside. He's going to go to the end zone, but there is a flag down. Oh, boy. Not
that was
really.
a late flag, too.
Let's see that one again, Kerry. See if we can catch what happened in the middle of the field. Nah, too late. You got to go back sooner than that, before the snap.
I don't think I'd have Boris in the game anymore. I don't know. Here it is. Where's
Okay,
there a
watch in the
hold?
middle of the field.
What?
I didn't see anything.
I didn't either.
Well, they did. That's all that counts, I guess.
Now he's out of the game. That's a good decision.
Oh, fumble. South gets it back.
You want to come in the game? Hang on to the football.
Yeah, really.
Doug Williams.
Doug Williams on the carry.
I don't disagree with taking Boris out, but
gotta hang on to the ball.
That's right. You want to get in there, do your job. The only thing that'll hurt you here is a
loss of 1. Ball on the 44.
Give it to him again.
Hand
Good
off
job.
Williams.
There you go. Drive those legs.
He gets it down to the 41 that time. Pick up a 3.
He's a senior too.
Well, nice to see him get in there.
Yep. Oh, Ristovojevic back in the game. .335.
3rd down and a bunch. Ball on the 41. Ristovojevic has it. Cutting it back. He's got room to roam. He's right through the middle. He's going to go to the end zone. Another flag, Chris. Oh, no. Wiping away a 41-yard touchdown run?
That's
or
why
not?
he's only got 1 touchdown today, because he should have 3.
Yeah. Well, let's see. We're going to run the replay. He's going to keep it going here. See if we can. Holding again on South. Ay, 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 ay. That was, let's see, that other touchdown, 29 yards. No, take that back.
Here it is. Where's there a hole?
I think it was on the outside. Number 3 got held. That's what it looked like to me.
These officials, don't they want to get out of the cold and rain? I mean, look at, I feel bad for my cameraman here. Come on, you guys.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, about 36 yards. Oh, Gunther up the middle. Boom. That way we don't have holding on the edges. Up to the 39-yard line. Nice run there. Tyler hasn't carried the ball much, Chris. 4th down.
Well, they're going to go for it, Marty.
Might as well. Hand off to Boris. He's through. He gets tagged. Pulled down.
That's going to be an automatic first down.
Yeah,
that's why
I don't think that. He grabbed it. Did he horse collar him or just grab his shirt? Because you can see the shirt go away from the.
That wasn't right.
Let's watch.
Watch him here. No, that's the next play.
That's the wrong play.
Yeah, next play. Like to see it though.
Yeah, me too. Kerry Kautzer spinning the dials in the truck. Feeling the pressure in there, Kerry.
Lots of penalties this game.
Let's see what the call is on this.
I think the guys just said that we're the last game left in the conference playing.
Hey, as long as it's raining, let's stay out here. All right.
That was bad. That's why I just don't like him in the game here. Oh my gosh, somebody's coming from the top. He's just soaked.
1st and 10. Ball is on the 21-yard line.
Coach Hine coming down. He was soaked. It is bad out there.
Hand off to Boris. He's up the middle. Knocked down at the 15.
Oh boy, I'm telling you.
Pick up a 6.
I just don't like that.
Alrighty. Another handoff to Boris. He cuts it through the middle, gets it inside the 10. 5 more yards for Boris.
Coach Hine is shivering quite a bit.
And
brought down half a pond with him too.
Really? 2nd down and 5. Ball spotted on the 10. Bristovojevic bounces to the outside. He's to the 5 and runs right over a tackler. Didn't quite carry him into the end zone, but he did get down to about the 1-yard line. That's a 9-yard pickup.
Pretty special running back.
Very.
First and goal, Sheboygan South.
It's Gunther time. .130 and counting, Chris. Boris. East didn't want to have anything to do with them that time. Boris for 1 yard and a touchdown, and South has another score. They've been pretty awesome this 4th quarter. That's the 11th carry for Boris in the quarter too, Chris. Got him for 140 in the quarter. Now let's see if we can kick an extra point. Connor Harrison in to attempt the extra point. Also need a little better blocking up front. This is a Good opportunity, actually, to get this part squared away, and that time Harrison blasts it over the upright, and that makes the score 40-13 South.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Nicole Malachowski, a U.S. Air Force Fighter Squadron Commander and the first woman pilot with the United States Air Force Aerial Demonstration Team. My fellow airmen and I know that each of us plays a huge part in our victories, whether in the air or on the ground. We couldn't accomplish our mission without using everyone's skills to reach our goals. Embracing our differences and working together is also what has made America strong. Thank you for your support, and remember, our strength lies in our diversity. This message brought to you by the United States Air Force.
Back at South High School, Boris Ristovojevic is having a huge night, Chris. I've got him for 286 yards rushing. He's got 11 carries this quarter. He had 14 carries in the first half, and he had 7 carries in the third quarter. He has 32 carries in the ball game. Yeah, ball goes into the end zone, and East will get it at the 20. You think that's going to be it for him, Chris?
I just didn't want to see him get hurt. This game that was...
I thought you were going to say I didn't want to see him hurt any of the East offenders.
I just, at that point, I just didn't want anything to happen to him in the slop. And then you saw that horse collar, you just think bad things. What if his knees get caught underneath him and he rips an
exactly,
ACL?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just
I hear you. Plus, I know it's kind of like rubbing it in too at this point.
You know, I know he got 2 touchdowns taken away, but who cares? I mean,
and that was about another 70 yards of rushing. Freilich wheels it way down and incomplete. Not good pass defense that time. Bowman not keeping an eye on the ball. I think he's going to get called for pass interference.
Absolutely.
Pass interference against Sheboygan South.
Jamal not turning back to find the football that time. Ball will be spotted on the 35. 15-yard penalty. It's another first down, John, for East. Another first down by penalty. Short is the slot on the left side. Freilich winding it up, and Short has it go right off his hands.
Brady Hansen back there. There you'll see it.
.2 seconds left. Christopher Freilich is 2 for 5 in the quarter, Chris, for 38 yards. He's had a tough go of it, and there he's down. He's going to be down. Dropped the snap. It was a low one, not all his fault, but then when his knee touched, that ended the play.
Under a minute. And turnovers, Marty. 3 turnovers in the first half for East, and a interception here in the second half. Kind of was the demise of East. They played South a lot closer probably than the score indicates, but you can't turn the ball over. And
no, that was key, and you called that right at the beginning of the game, Chris, in the pregame comments we had.
And South had some big plays, Marty. I mean, they had some nice, the Harrison run, and of course Boris Ristovojevic, he's just, how can you not say stuff about him?
Yeah, really, isn't that the truth?
Talk about a quiet 286. So.
And that is going to be the ball game. We're done now. Chris made his final comments. I just want to mention the crew again. Our director was Carrie Kautzer. Good job on the replays, Carrie. Richard Bartson and Eric Wiesman were part of the A team, along with Evan Opgenorth and Brandy Vongpongya, 2 South students helping us out tonight. For my partner, Chris Wright, I'm Mike Martin saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road. Next week, we're over at Kohler covering Howard's Grove at Lutheran Kohler. We'll see you then.